welcome and thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day, evening, night. This is going to be a timeless collective reading. Whenever it finds you, it's the right time. See which messages feel like they resonate, leave what doesn't, and remember that divine inner guidance, it's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. I did a pre-pull from the mystery deck. It's a big old wake-up call that you, someone else, is receiving, hearing loud and clear. So let's dive in and see what this big wake-up call is all about. I feel like with that one, we should start with what's the news? So let's see what the news is going on. What would be helpful for you to know about right now? Get you a little clarity. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Rose just got comfy. What is this big old wake-up call all about? Please show us the foundational energy to be aware of, please and thank you. It's that somebody is waking up, but they're doing the research on their own. Whether this is you or someone else, this is somebody who's learning a lot more about a person, about themselves, about a situation. It's where you're gaining insight. So this is somebody who's getting to read the energy of the room, read in between the lines. This is somebody who went on a search down the rabbit hole for something. And I feel like the more they went down, the more I just heard intriguing. Something is getting. I feel like the rabbit hole just gets bigger and bigger. But I mean, that does feel like a spiritual wake-up call as well, where somebody is seeing the truth. Maybe they're hearing the call. Clarity on reading up, please and thank you. Oh, wow. You have Bonnie and Clyde coming through. So maybe somebody is learning more and more about another person. This is about a ride or die situation. This is where you and someone else are dedicated to one another. It's about a dedicated partnership, and it's where outside influences, opinions, whatever, doesn't matter. This is about you and someone else, or two people, where maybe two people are having a wake-up call about one another. I feel like if it's Bonnie and Clyde's energy together, I mean, there's probably really deep, good conversations that take you down the rabbit hole and many, many layers. But I also feel like there's this natural telepathy that two people have. So let's get one more from this deck and see what is going on. Ooh, we got a little snack. All right, so this is where there's a lot of sex appeal as well. So maybe it's not just a meeting of the minds. It's also meeting in chemistry land together. I had a reading recently where I saw vanilla ice cream with a lot of sprinkles. There's a lot of sprinkles here, but I feel like make sure it's not about the sugar rush, because that kind of goes away really fast. There is physical attraction, sex appeal, and possibly a little bit of obsession. So just be aware of that energy. You know, if it's an obsessive energy, there's no space for growth, freedom, change, all of that stuff. So it could be that somebody finds you extremely sexy and they can't keep their eyes off of you. Maybe they're trying to get more information about you. But I feel like with the Bonnie and Clyde, They go directly to the source. I feel like that's the best approach. I'm auto shuffling, so I guess we need one more. Let's get one more, please and thank you. Yeah, I really like this. At the bottom, you got TikTok. So maybe there's I just heard a schedule interruption. Maybe there was a schedule interruption. Maybe there's no more interruptions. Or maybe somebody that you are getting to be with, learn more about, spend more time with is a person where the clock just sort of melts away. That's a really beautiful place. But if there is somebody in your life that was too busy, they're in this energy of procrastinating, always waiting till the last minute, I do feel like that's changing. Maybe that's what the big wake-up call is. If somebody always puts you on hold, I feel like maybe there is a person who wants to come back. They're starting to recognize how your dynamic is different. Maybe somebody in the beginning thought it was only sassy, thought it was only about the chemistry. With this, it's way deeper. With this, it's way deeper. It's friendship. It's your person, your people. So this could be somebody coming back from the past for some of you. It's reconciliation. Somebody wants to make amends, resolve a situation. I hear ask for an apology. Maybe somebody has to apologize to you. Maybe for some of you, somebody was just really busy here. They had a lot of things going on in their life. But I feel like if you got close friends here, they're going to be understanding of that, or you'll be understanding of that person, because it's like when you have that friend and you can not see them for years sometimes. And when you get back together, if it's that right vibrational match, it's like no time went by at all. You kind of just pick right back up where you left off. I just heard to be continued. So I feel like there is something that maybe you felt was an ending, or maybe wasn't a closure situation, and you have this inner knowing that something isn't done yet. So let's see. Let's continue and dive on in and see what's going on. Let's get you a message. Let's go big. Let's get a message from the universe. What is a message from the universe? And then I keep looking at my mystery deck. So maybe we should pull a few cards from that and just see what comes up. A little more clarity on the wake-up call. I kind of see that as a clock now with an alarm. Let's see, what would be a helpful message from the universe for the collective right now on whatever situation they're thinking about or that's coming in? You're going to be, you are. You're going to be celebrating something very special very soon. So maybe that's the cherry on top. Maybe it's a little bigger than a snack. Maybe you're getting a little taste, but the smorgasbord is coming in. You're going to be so full of joy and happiness. It will almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happens for you. That would really snap you back into like reality and out of this universe at the same time. Be ready for it, expect it, because it's happening. So for some of you, this is something that you've been hoping for, but I do feel like for some of you, this is gonna be something you don't expect at all coming in. So this can be anything. Maybe it's a new friend that's gonna be in your life for a long time, even if there's a really different energy here. Someone got your back. Maybe it's something that you read about I feel like that would spark some kind of light bulb moment, I can talk, in you, I just see that rabbit hole, like to go into knowledge land, but I feel like it's really interesting to you. It could also be where, you know, you got someone all of a sudden that you have this amazing chemistry with that you didn't expect, or somebody you didn't even know was that dedicated to you, expressing themselves, having a deep conversation you didn't expect. And for some of you, I do feel like this could be about a job opportunity. Somebody has a really good offer for you, or I hear direction. Maybe they point you in the right direction, but once you get through that door, you know you were supposed to be there. I don't feel like you are going to have that hesitation to whatever this is. You're gonna make room for it. Whoever this is that's connecting to you, they're gonna make room in their schedule for you. It doesn't matter how busy they are, or you know what time of day or night it has to be, they're gonna figure it out. So let's get a couple of messages from the mystery deck. What are some messages to have a little more insight on Bonnie and Clyde, snack, reading up, squad, TikTok, wake up call, and you're gonna be celebrating something very special very soon. It's gonna bring you joy, happiness, make you feel like it's out of this world. And it's all happening. Just get ready. Please and thank you. I mean, you got two messages now. I have more cards here, but from this part of the deck, you definitely have something coming soon. So, I guess you have to get ready. Maybe it's gonna be a big surprise. Maybe we'll get you a little insight, a little peekaroo as to what this is. And this is really beautiful because whatever it is, it starts with the foundation of friendship. And I do feel like there is something that you already know is long lasting or coming in that is beautiful and long lasting. And if you got the foundation of friendship for some of you, and this sex appeal and chemistry, I mean, that's a nice, well-rounded place to have this Bonnie and Clyde moment with another person. So let's get some more. I'm gonna split this into 3 parts. So I'm gonna show you what's sticking up at me on the bottom of that one. You do have gratitude. Maybe it's the gratitude for today. That's where it starts. Even if it's gratitude that you know something's coming in the future, I feel like you should already start saying thank you and just know something amazeballs is coming. What is another message? Please and thank you. Whatever it is, it's gonna be up to you. Maybe the ball will be in your court. Maybe it's up to you on which direction you go, who you spend your time with, whether you procrastinate or dive in, whether you even, for some of you, if you did have closure, maybe it's up to you whether something that might come back around is or is not right for you now. At the bottom, you have pushing rocks up the mountain. Maybe something was really hard. Maybe it was done the hard way before and it doesn't have to be so hard, although look how strong that person is. Maybe by, you know, getting up that mountain, you got to see something in a different perspective. You gained a lot of strength. Maybe it's how you look at your situation, but I feel like you're looking into the future. What is another message? Stay in your own lane and it's up to you. So I feel like you have your own lane here. I don't think you have to cut anyone off or, you know, be on their rear end. I feel like if you have your own lane, your own path that you are going, I feel like it's like I see the blinker. I feel like you're going to even like only let the right people in. Like, go ahead, you can go. And I feel like if you were trying to get in anyone else's lane, it doesn't look interesting at all to you. Like, I feel like your lane looks better. And I do feel like you're stepping into your personal power here on maybe who you let in your life and who you don't. What is another message? There is always a way. I like this. There's always a way. I just saw like a road sign and it said one way. I don't think there's one way. I think there are many paths to that destination, but I'm kind of getting that it's more about the journey than any kind of destination. This is about belief. Maybe if you thought something was not gonna happen, you have to change your belief. You have to change your mindset. It does look like there's somebody who is going to want or actually does need your attention. But it's up to you whether somebody is there for your highest and greatest good. I just heard worthy of your love. That was really big. I do feel like you're going to, with this reconciliation, hear somebody out. At least start there. And I feel like each of you have a different situation and you need to trust your discernment on if you want to open up again and what direction you want to go afterwards and who is going to come along or not. So let's get one more from the last part of this deck. Ooh, all right, you have conditioned to seek validation. You do have your soul tribe here and your close friends, but I kind of feel like this is what might be changing, or this is possibly giving you a little understanding, inner standing as to maybe how somebody was taught or their belief. You know, if somebody was conditioned, that means that it was like taught over and over and over and over that in order for them to feel like they are living up to whoever's expectations, that they need validation from out there. Maybe that's something you taught someone else. I mean, here you got Bonnie and Clyde. I do think they do respect each other and care what the other one thinks, but I'm kind of getting it's everyone else's opinions or validation that doesn't matter anymore. Conditioned to seek validation. That usually stems from childhood wounds. That's usually where they had to always live up to being the best, or pleasing a parent, or pleasing their teachers, or to please someone gave them validation of their importance, rather than just being given unconditional love for whoever they are, however they are, whether they messed up, whether they are shining. So I kind of see that as maybe one of the situations that somebody is recognizing differently, but I hear healing. I actually see the word healing really big. I feel like that's really nice. And I'm auto shuffling. So let's get one more. Self-sufficient. And you got some cake. You got all these sprinkles, maybe a cherry on top. Maybe you're missing the cake. You got the sprinkles, but you're missing the ice cream and cake here. So maybe that's what's coming through. And I feel like that's, I actually feel like there's a spiritual, I always get that, like, God is cooking you a cake in the oven. You don't want to take it out before it's risen. But I kind of feel like there's something you're cooking up or somebody else is cooking up. And this is really nice because even if you have a beautiful friendship. I just heard a perfect pair, or this situation where, you know, this person unconditionally has your back. I do feel like this is a very beautiful lesson, because then it's not codependency. Even if you know, really care about what the other person thinks. It's being independent. It's being in a relationship where you're interdependent and each self-sufficient. A lot of powerful messages came through. So let's do, I think we should do an Art of Life tarot. Let's get an Art of Life and get just a nice general idea of the foundation. What would be helpful for you to know right now on TikTok squad? Self-sufficiency, always away, amazeball of things coming in, the perfect cake being prepared for you. Maybe for some of you it's about a birthday. What is the foundation to know about? That whatever is coming in is equal reciprocity. It's somebody who wants to give, not to get, not to receive. It's equal give and take in your everyday environment. This could be, you do have something wonderful coming in and all this friendship energy. It could be that somebody comes in and offers anything that has to do with physical space, but that could also be their energy into that space. People, places, things. And they have advice, or they're giving you some of their time, some wisdom. If anybody was like this, you know, closed off, unreceptive to getting help, somebody has to uncross their arms. And I'm even getting, somebody may have been in like a little prideful to accept help because maybe they always had to do it on their own. But I feel like somebody is maybe breaking down those walls and seeing that somebody is coming from an authentic place if they want to help. But it's having discernment. If there's overgiving anywhere and somebody's overtaking and it's not back and forth, it is being aware of where your energy is placed and what you're putting your energy into. I do feel like some of you are philanthropists. I think I said that right. Like you are thinking about doing something really important in your community. And that could be anything. I see food, so maybe it has something to do with food or cooking. I see like a food drive, but it could be helping, I hear maybe younger energies, maybe some kind of, I don't know, I actually see a camp, like a camp for kids or something like that. Maybe that's helpful for some of you. A man's true wealth in this world is the good, or our man's true wealth is the good he does in this world. And it's doing something from that authentic space. And that is the wealth. Not the big coins, not the big house. You don't take that with you. It's how you're remembered. And if you're speaking your truth, if you're going in the direction of your authenticity, that's always the right direction, especially if that's taking you in the direction of, if taking you in the direction of happiness, your joy, what makes you joyful, because that is always going to be the right lane to be in, wherever that was. Where is it? That's going to be the right lane. It's always going to take you to the right next destination. And it's always a path where each mile, I just thought of Many the Miles by SARA BAREILLES. And then I just actually thought of the song she has, Gravity. I guess you're getting some SARA BAREILLES songs today. And then there's a song I just thought of by FASTBALL. I can't think of the song. I just got the band. I'll find it. It's something about the sun and driving and when they woke up in the morning. I'll find it for you guys. You do have something that's a beautiful beginning here. The Ace of Pentacles is that seed, that potential that you need to plant in the ground that can grow huge. But you have to put that energy into it, not just shove it in the drawer and never attend it. Whether that's a friendship, a partnership, a job, a project you're working on. Don't just have that offer and do nothing with it. But you have to see where that offer is coming from and where the foundation it's planted in is, if that's fertile soil or not, and the energy you choose or don't to put into it. Hold on, let me get my glasses. So let's see. Well, you have two things about wealth here. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life. Not just about that next big goal. It's the journey. You know, if you have this beautiful garden out there and you go and you tell everyone, oh, I have this beautiful garden at my house, or I have this gigantic pool, or I have the biggest TV ever, but then you never sit in front of the TV. I feel like if you're sitting in front of the TV, I do feel like you're either watching something that is inspiring you or uplifting you, or you're really interested in. Maybe some of you do something with, like I see a director, like editing. I actually see somebody watching something they really enjoy, but you're listening to the director's commentary, which is kind of cool. It's a little more in depth of maybe a movie or a show that you would normally watch when you hear the behind the scenes or how something came about. I feel like whatever you're doing, you're getting more in depth with it. Fully experience life. If you have that big garden, you want to go out there and enjoy it. Not just have it and never use it. If you have that pool, you want to dive in. You want to have a big old pool party. Or, like I see somebody actually getting up every morning and doing their laps in the pool. I actually see somebody doing that in the winter. Maybe it's a heated pool, but like that's your thing and you use it. Henry David Thoreau. Let's take that and let's get one more. One more. Clarity on the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Please and thank you. I hear switch. So maybe one more and we'll stick to the Thoreau for a moment, but switch which one? I don't know which one now. I have the weird world here. Yeah, I mean, we had that outer space energy, so let's get some weird world afterwards. Ooh, you have the Knight of Swords. And at the bottom, the Eight of Pentacles. So there is something that, you have a lot of pentacles. So there's something coming in this wake-up call, in this experience you're gonna have in a partnership where it is involving a lot of your time in the everyday world, but that is worth it. I mean, you have this Six of Pentacles. That's where something comes back and forth, in and out. Here, it's where whatever you put your energy into really circulates abundance in your life in the future. But sometimes you got to give a little extra in the beginning to get something going, to get really good at it. Maybe that first time you paint something, it's a little weird, you know, but then painting number 752 is a masterpiece, but you enjoyed every single step along the way. It's until you try, you don't know what you can do. So it does look like here, it's about that start. It's about giving something a go. You never know until you try. You know, you don't know what you don't know. And I feel like there is something you don't know about another person, or you don't really know even about yourself yet. I do feel like some of you have these hidden talents, or talents you've even, you know, I actually hear expert. You were already an expert at in past lives, but you haven't tried it in this one. This is Henry James. And here you got something, now you got something that's thinking very fast. thinking, or somebody thinking in a very specific direction with a goal in mind. I feel like when the Knight of Swords is upright, it is somebody who's open-minded, because the Knight of Swords is a smart cookie. He or she wants to go in the direction where they get expansive knowledge about something. They want that rabbit hole to get bigger, not smaller. Otherwise, that's kind of suffocating and boring. So the Knight of Swords just has to recognize when they got the blinders on, when that goal is so set in their mind that they only see it one way and not the entire perspective. It's knowing when to focus and when to look at the whole landscape. It's also knowing when to go direct and when you gotta go around a different way and go around some hurdles or take the shortcut. It's that adjustment that's important with this Knight. It's usually an air sign, so Gemini, Aquarius, Libra does not have to be. This could be somebody thinking very clearly now about you or a direction they want to go with you. I feel like this is somebody who asks just the right questions. Unless they're this way, they're closed-minded, they're actually very hurtful with their words because they think they're smart, but they're not, because they're only in their own head. They're only in their own thoughts. They overthink something to a point where it stalls them. They have, I feel like it's somebody who doesn't really want to see the truth. They only want to see something their way. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily, but not to dare is to lose oneself. So you have now two messages that came out together that say the same thing. So if there was somebody who's just too busy, you'll get to it tomorrow, or that's not maybe for you, or I wouldn't be good at that, and all that negative self-talk or getting in their own way or your own way or whoever that is, all of these messages are telling you don't get in your own way. Don't dig your boots in the mud. You do have to step out on that stage, sign up for that class, have a conversation with that person, ask somebody out, say yes to the date, try something, do something different, because until you try, you don't know. It's just in your mind. And scenario land can get weird if you don't have the actual experiences to back it up. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily, not to dare is to lose oneself. That's swallowed up in that rabbit hole. Instead of, I see it like that. I just heard fairyland. I mean, I'm thinking of Alice in Wonderland, but I heard fairyland. Until you try, you don't know what you don't know what you can do. I feel like you have to be in that mindset. I can. What is that? The little engine that could? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I did see that one card that slipped through on that pushing rocks up the mountain. Maybe it's about how you think, what you're thinking about, the questions you ask yourself, what you tell yourself. Let's get a few from, this is the Weird World. Let's get one and then read what's at the bottom. But let's clarify, since we have a court card, let's clarify the Knight. What do we need to know about the Knight of Swords? Please and thank you. Is that you got the Magician. So you got double Gemini here, because the Magician is a Gemini / Virgo card. It is telling you right now, today, you don't have to wait to start to manifest your dreams. This is telling you you already have that talent within you. This is telling you that you do have the right connections. Where is all your friends here? Around you right now to help you get started, support you along the way, or you do have the right people that are coming in if you're going the right direction. The Magician is where you start to manifest today. What can you work on right now? pay attention to your thoughts. If this Magician is upside down, it's a weird energy. It's somebody who does stuff kind of shady. You know, it's that person that has a bullshit product that they, you know, sell, and they want to make their quota, and they know that they're like getting over on their friends or strangers or whomever, and they talk about it like it's the best thing ever. Here you go, just sign that thing and I'll give you 3 extra, and then they run away quick because they know it's going to break as soon as they turn around. It's lack of integrity. The Magician upside down is someone that also can be so selfish with their desires that they try to force that energy to take away from someone else rather than it being a natural manifestation. It's like they fool themselves in the end, because whatever they're doing, if it's kind of shady energy they're putting out there, ends up just coming back to them. It bites them in the ass. But if it's just the Magician that has all this potential, and it's just a matter of pulling the wool over their own eyes, or not wanting to see the truth in their soul of what they truly want to do, and they're manifesting things in their world that they don't really believe in or don't really use, or not really into, it's just kind of like pulling the wool over your own eyes and kind of always feeling a little bit in the dark. Although at the bottom you got the Sun and the Magician, and I looked at that at 36. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I mean, when I look at cards like 2 sides of the coin, that's just how I usually read. Because if you only look at the card the one side, you're kind of missing the whole, you know, back side of the moon there, and there's always a part that's in the dark. So, you know, I take a little glance, but I like to look at everything both ways. Here, you have endless potential of what's coming in. Whatever that universe card said to you, where something amazeballs is coming in, it is. You're absolutely getting clarity. You're doing something where you feel like it's who you are. It's who you were meant to be. You're shining like the sun. Or there's an opportunity that's coming in, and it's absolutely so amazing. There isn't a way in the universe or earth that you're gonna miss it. It's the sun. It's growth on all that garden energy that you have here with the pentacles. It's feeling like a child, not where you're always on a deadline. It's feeling really blessed and happy. And I even see the sun, that's how I read it, upside down, as just maybe a slight delay. Like you're really excited to go to the amusement park tomorrow, and you get there and it's raining. So, you know, if your plans got rained out, what else can you do that you can do in the rain? Or maybe you go to a water park and it doesn't matter if it's raining as long as there's no thunder and lightning. You know, it's how can you do something different? Maybe you go to a fancy restaurant instead. You go to the movies. It's just redirecting something, because there's going to be a day where there's no rain and you can always go back to those plans. But it is where something that maybe you were planning or unplanned is going to definitely come to light in your life. It's really beautiful. Look at this whole field of sunflowers. You got this majestic horse and this cute little kid with his fancy red scarf. I feel like you are going to start something, and you're going to feel a little bit new or novice at it in the beginning, and yet it's going to still make you so excited like a kid. For some of you, if this is about a partnership, we didn't really pull any love cards, but I feel like that's okay today. I do feel like if some of you have somebody come in your life, their vibration, their energy is going to shine like the freaking sun. It's going to make you feel warm and inspired. And I do feel like if there's anything that you're starting and it's new, allow room for growth. Allow room for that new energy. You have something that's like happening in the day and night. Let's get you, what do we have? What else can we get you at the end here? Besides a rock star, because you know we're gonna pull one of those. Rock star for the collective. Please and thank you. Yeah, you're gonna expand. You got George Clinton. You got some funk coming through. Yeah, funky times are coming and it's a good funk. Free your mind. That's whatever I was seeing with the upside down Knight of Swords. Free your mind. Think about something a different way. There's always a way. The magician's gonna figure it out, if anyone is. And it looks like with that sun, it's not gonna be as hard as you thought. It's also you shining. That's you getting up to bat, stepping on the stage, being in the spotlight. I saw at the beginning that rabbit hole that got bigger. So that kind of looks, this kind of does look like a little fairyland. You know what it looks like? It looks like, I don't know, it looks like Candyland. I mean, you do have candy here, but these look like gumdrops. And this sort of looks like some kind of weird under the sea creature. I don't even know what that is. And at the bottom, let me show you this. You do have ERYKAH BADU. So something is going to be a little dreamy, a little bit of a mystery. I'm going to definitely put that in the playlist, something by her, because ERYKAH BADU is amazing. So can we get you one more message quick? If I have, let's get you an angel. Let's end with an angel connection. What would be helpful for the collective right now? Please and thank you. Oh, it's like a rose. It's like a rose and wings. What is this? Maybe you connect to roses. When you sense the sweet fragrance of roses, when none are near, that's a very powerful psychic skill. If any of you do get smells, like you smell your grandfather's cigar or perfume or something like that, that's a very powerful message, because smell is powerful. It fires things in the old noggin. I hear faster and harder, but bigger than other senses. Smell, kind of like music or sound, can trigger the exact part in your brain that takes you right back to a memory, vividly. So if you unexpectedly smell, all right, so if you smell roses when none are near, or unexpectedly see rose petals far from a garden, an archangel, that's not just your guardian angel, this is big angel energy, is coming through, sending you a blessing of divine love. With this, I bid you adieu. I love you so very much. I hope this reading was helpful. I look forward to hearing in your comments what this amazing experience, maybe that was a message, is coming in for you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.